What's up guys, it's TalkTalkDragz and today I want to talk about AI because I think most of us can agree it is causing more negatives than it is positives. And there are positives which I will get into eventually, probably at the end of this video. But my main negatives about it are, number one, people can use it to generate videos of things that didn't actually happen. And one of the things I always say, it should be a legal requirement for them to have watermarks, these AI video generators, and a lot of them do, but some of them still don't. Secondly, my other problem is just big corporations and companies using AI to basically just be lazy, basically not have to do stuff themselves, basically be able to just use AI for everything, and a lot of the time it's a bit shit, actually, the AI. It doesn't really work great, so there's more and more examples of why these corporate companies should stop using AI. And then most recently, it's causing tech prices to go up. So a lot of shit caused by it. There are some positives, but I'll start with the most recent negative, which is the tech prices are going to be going up. And more specifically, it's going to be the RAM and probably other stuff like SSD, GPU, you know, it's terrible. It really does stink. But yeah, basically, one of the main things that's happened recently, I'm sure you've all heard of this, well, most of you, Micron, who are one of the main corporations or companies who produce RAM, are going to stop supplying us with RAM in February of 2026 because these big AI companies or companies who want to improve their AI are going to be paying them billions for them to give them resources for AI. So stuff like, I guess, companies like maybe OpenAI, Microsoft. I don't know why these big corporations and companies are so obsessed with AI, because it's evidently not really doing anything good, is it? So I'm not sure why they're just so, I'm not sure why they're so fascinated by it. Look, I understand that it is rapidly improving. I understand it won't be terrible forever. At the minute, it is pretty terrible. But I understand it will continue to improve. And I think there are positives, but I think just most of the ways that it's getting used are just terrible. They're making things worse. So I think it's causing more problems at the minute than it is causing good things. But my second problem, which I did mention, is generative AI. It's terrible, really is terrible. For a start, like I said about the videos, people can generate videos of stuff that didn't actually happen, which is just asking for trouble, really. It really is asking for trouble. And thankfully, a lot of AI companies have actually had the idea, which is pretty fucking, it should be pretty obvious for this to be a feature, but to have a watermark in the corner of the video. So I think that's good that at least some companies are actually being competent, but some companies still aren't bothering to add the watermark, and I personally think it should be a legal requirement to add the watermark. And also, besides videos, just with generative AI in general, it makes people lazier, you know, not just big corporations and companies. It is mostly corporations and companies that are using AI to be lazier. But there's also even, you know, YouTubers. They're using AI to generate thumbnails, or people using AI to generate content. You know, it's just really rubbish. It really is. Next, to talk about Windows. I think that's also a big problem. I did make a video about this earlier, about how AI is ruining Windows 11 because of its bloatware. It's making it slower, and more people are drifting away from Windows. And I said, I just think Windows need to get rid of the AI stuff. They need to stop shoving AI into your face. They need to make Windows 11 a clean operating system, and then eventually, when AI is ready, they can integrate it into Windows 12, maybe. That's what I think they should do, because it's clearly, you know, not the time to be shoving AI into everyone's faces, because no one wants it. Nobody wants it. That's pretty obvious, or at least from what I'm seeing, nobody seems to want it. and it only seems to be causing bad things. But now that I've spoken about all the negative stuff, I do want to talk about one positive, which is apparently it's apparently it's doing a lot of good for doctors and making cures, and not just stuff like that in general. You know, it is helping a lot of people out. You know, this advanced technology is helping find ways to, you know, cure diseases and stuff. So I think there are positives used by it, but mostly it's causing bad stuff. So that's why most people hate AI, because it's being used in the wrong way. Absolutely, it's being used in the wrong way. I think anyone who's competent can agree that is being used in the wrong way, except for obviously what I've just talked about, the positives, you know, how it's helping doctors find cures and stuff like that. That obviously is good. So that's a good use of AI, but it's mostly causing a lot of negative things. So please do let me know what you guys think in the comments. I would love to read the comments. I read every single comment I get on these videos. And I really hope you guys enjoyed. Like if you enjoyed the video. And do consider subscribing as well. That would be nice. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.